another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. And on today, we're going to be dealing with another interesting topic titled, Do All Women Like Bad Boys? The Dark Truth of Their Mental Illness. She want the love of demons. That's a fact. You see, brothers, what a lot of you don't understand is that a lot of modern women, they want the love of demons. They love it. They crave it. We could see this in the majority of all of their relationships. The majority of women in today's day been abused. And when you look at their background, 99.9% of the times, every last one of these ladies was associated with a so-called bad boy that was no good. And you have to ask yourself the question of why these women always choose these kind of men. Why is it that they enjoy the drama, the chaos, the beatings, the abuse? Why do women subject themselves to this type of dysfunction? The truth is, she's in search of love, but the love she desires is the love of demons. She don't want the love of God. She don't want a righteous man. She want to be abused. She want to be lied to. She want to be taken advantage of. She want to be degraded. She want to be left alone. She want you to impregnate her and leave her with babies. She need this because she enjoys the chaos. A relationship without chaos for the modern woman is like going to an amusement park and not being amused. She needs the drama. And this is why the majority of you brothers that are so-called nice guys, the good brothers, the brothers that are on your square doing what you gotta do, you find that most modern women, when you try to engage with them, you try to holler at them, you try to show your interest, it seems like they'll say, well, you're a nice guy, maybe one day you'll find a good girl to settle down with. Now, when they tell you that you may end up finding a good lady or whatever to settle down with, is because the woman who told you that is not a good woman. She's most likely extremely toxic, and that's a fact. Do all women like bad boys? The answer is yes. But most women are in denial about this. They'll tell you, no, I don't like bad boys. I want me a good man. I want me a man that's going to treat me right. That's BS. Because all I got to do is look at your history, look at your past, and look at the current guy that you got your eye on. I guarantee you he's no good. I guarantee you he's a piece of work. But yet you find interest in him. But you got no concern for the good brother. None whatsoever. You can't stand the good brothers. You look at good brothers as though they're just boring. They're just not good. And the thing is, you really don't know nothing about them because you don't give them the time of day. What you don't know is that the good brothers are not boring. What you don't know is that what you think is boring and what you think ain't worth anything is actually everything you need and desire. Let me let you ladies see exactly what's going on. I want to show you your past, and then I want to show you your future. This right here explains your life right now. Let's study this. Let's study this and really understand exactly what's going on here, because most women don't really understand what's going on. Most of you ladies, right, especially you ladies who claim you follow the Most High. Notice this. Notice something about this image that you find very interesting. You got the church in the background. You got these two women supposedly coming out of church, right? They got their Bibles on, they holding their Bible, claiming that they following Jesus, right? But at the same time, notice who they got their eye on. They're inside the church, praising the Lord, trying to come to Jesus. But when they come outside the church, you got the thug sitting there with his car parked up, got his gun on him, got his chain saying 666 tattooed up. These so-called women who claim they good women, right? Notice who they got their eye on. They don't got their eye on no brother in the church. They don't got their eye on a righteous man. They got their eye on the devil. That's who they got their eye on. They got their eyes on a thug. They got their eye on a man that's gonna beat their ass. They got their eye on a man that is abusive. They got their eye on a brother that kill people. They got their eye on a brother that sell drugs. They got their eye on a man that rob people. They got their eye on a brother that they know is gonna pump and dump them and leave them with babies. Do you understand me? That's who they want. I don't see no righteous brother in sight, but these women came out of church. And look who they looking at. Now, another thing I want you to pinpoint when you're looking at this image on the screen is notice the woman in the yellow and notice the woman in the purple. Both of them clearly are in their prime years. Notice their figures. Notice both of them have a similar shape figure. They're in shape. They're not overweight. Firm breasts. Nice curves. Everything is just right. But guess who they gonna give all of those goodies to? Oh yeah, you got it right. To the thug. The thug, the bad boy, the devil, always get first dibs at these ladies. To all you brothers out there, I need you to peep game and understand what's going on in the real world. The woman that you really loved during your youthful years, that fine sister, had that nice body. Oh my goodness, she was so fine. She was so pretty. Man, her breast was amazing. Guess what, bro? She didn't want to give you the time of day. She gave those breasts to the thug. She jiggled those things just for his enjoyment. Oh, that voluptuous, sweet behind that she had walking around in that skirt. Oh man, and them leggings. Oh yeah, she was so fine. Oh, guess what, bro? She gave that ass to the thug. Oh, yeah. He had his way with her behind. She did unthinkable things with that behind for him. Oh, yeah. For him? Oh, she gave him that work. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm preaching. Oh, yeah. Especially the Christian woman. Let's talk about her. You see, brothers, a lot of times you go to these churches and you see these ladies and they got their Bibles and they got their holy gown on. And they look like they with the Lord. But what you don't know is behind the scenes, in the back, in the booth, in the dark, these very same holy rollers, these same ladies that be in the church, that be praising Jesus. Oh my, oh my. When they are with Satan after church, they be getting it in. But they're not getting it in with their husband. Oh no, not at all. They're out here getting it in with the bad boy, with the thug, doing unthinkable things. When they in church, they use their mouth for the glory of God, singing his praises aloud. But when they're with the thug and the bad boy, that very same mouth be full of That's right. Best believe. Because Satan is going to use her vocal cords for something else. And I know the harsh reality of this truth, ladies, it really, really bothers you. But see, you have an opportunity to change your life. And here on Black Male Advice TV, we're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're not going to act like we don't know what's going on. We know because the Most High know what you're doing in the back, in the booth, in the dark. See, in church, you really do know how to sing, man. Everybody say, girl, you know how to blow. But guess what that thug is saying? You really know how to blow. And I know the truth is very, very rough to endure. But see, here on Black Male Advice TV, we specialize in giving you the truth 100% raw and uncut because we're here to save souls. And we're not going to play no games with you because, see, ladies, what you don't understand is that your future is near. See, this is your future right here. Let me explain a couple of things about this. Let's start off with this image so that we can pretty much set the stage. This is your future. This is your future. This was your past. Let's start here, shall we? As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we got the brother on the right going to school, doing what he got to do, you know, studying calculus and, you know, got his book bag, his glasses. You know, he's focusing on his work. But notice what the woman is doing. She's walking with the thug. Notice that. Do you think he's focused on his studies? You think he's focused on his books? You think he's thinking about having a career, a job, a business? No. Notice what he tells the sister. Don't worry, baby. He's just a nerd. You see that? Well, basically, that's what she told the thug, which makes it even worse when you really think about the bubble. She's the one telling him that. She's telling him. At first, I thought it was him telling her, but no, it's her disrespecting the brother. She said, don't worry about him. He's just a nerd. Wow. Notice what the brother's saying. Why do they always pick thugs? Why? Why do they always pick thugs? Notice how she's in her best shape. Notice her figure. How many times have I taught you brothers and taught you sisters that ladies give the best years of their lives to thugs? When a woman's body is at its best, when she's sexy and hot as hell, she give her body, her virginity, her body. Multiple dudes had their way with her. All through her youth, all through her prime. The worst men ran up in her, out of her, all through her mouth, ass, every single part of her body been violated by multiple men. And then, after all of that, this happens. Wow. Notice, that's the same woman. The same woman. Notice what she's telling the brother. The same brother that she said was a nerd. She's like, hey, baby. Remember me? Notice what he told the lady. Beat it, chick. And notice the audacity of the modern woman. She have the nerve to say, why can't I find a good man? Wow. Why? Why you can't find a good man? Because of this woman. You had your opportunity to find that good man, but you didn't want him because he was the nerd. You wanted the guy with tattoos with his shirt off, never went to class, a dumb bum selling drugs on the corner. That's what you wanted. That's why you can't find a good man. But now, the brother done elevated his game, got a Bentley. He's the CEO of a company. He got bread now, sharp, dressing nice. Now all of a sudden you want to say, hey, baby. You done gain a whole lot of weight. You carrying a baby. And you pregnant. You don't even have a stroller. And you have the nerve to see this brother when he's doing his best. Now all of a sudden you want to give him the time of day? Are you kidding me? And see, ladies, this is what you do. This is mental illness. This is, in fact, what you ladies do. You do this stuff. You really do this. You have 2 to 5 kids by 5 different men. And then you try to hit up a brother you knew from the past that all of a sudden he's doing very well for himself. He's living a stable life, financially secure. Now all of a sudden you trying to get him to take care of you and all these kids that are not his. That's what you do. That's what they do. You understand? This is the modern day woman's life. Right on the screen. When she's in her prime, she go after the thug. When she done got washed up, hit the wall, had multiple kids, been ran through, pumped and dumped, thrown all over the streets, dragged through the mud, have the stain of multiple spirits of men inside of her womb, now all of a sudden, she realized, I need a good man. All of a sudden now, she have an epiphany and she realized now she need a good man. And what do typical modern women do? They look for the guy from their past that they knew was the right guy, and they try to see if they could go grab him from off the shelf. And they really believe that you're going to want to take him. Notice her in the top image. She was slim waistline. You know, her breasts sat up. Notice the bottom image. She gained a whole bunch of weight and she's pregnant, carrying her baby with no stroller, still wearing the same clothes from the past. Wow. Notice the thug that she was with is gone because he's most likely one of the baby daddies. But you would get mad at me for telling you the truth because you don't want to take responsibility for the mental illness that you suffer from. This is therapy, and I'm trying to help you. But if you don't want to be helped, you can leave. Because I'm not here to entertain foolishness. If you're one of these type of ladies that live in your past and you don't want to move forward and you don't want to do better, just please leave. And don't waste my time. Because I'm not your baby daddy. And I'm not here to tickle no ears. I'm here to set order. And a lot of you ladies, you have no order and you're out of order. Because you don't got a man leading you. You don't got a man directing you. And you think that a thug is going to offer you some level of security or protection, you're sadly mistaken. Because the only thing you seem to find yourself in is being a single mom, alone, broken, hurt, abused, and abandoned. And now, because you went through all of that drama and mess, a good brother can't even get near you because you don't want him. You repel the good brother. You reject the good brother. You don't want the Most High. You don't want order. You would just rather live alone. That's crazy. That's crazy. You think that I'm lying, ladies? You think that I'm crazy, right? You think I'm just making this up? Okay. I got something for you. You think that I'm crazy? You think that I don't know that you really want the love of demons? Brothers, listen to me very carefully. The modern woman, she desire the love of demons. She want to be abused. She want to be taken advantage of. I'm gonna have another video where I'm gonna talk about a reggae song that an artist had put out a couple of years back. And I wanna talk about this further because we're gonna keep talking about these issues to further make women understand that they got a lot of problems, a whole lot. They are very, very, very dysfunctional. They don't want real love. They want demonic abuse. You don't believe me? We're going to get into something right now. Let's go.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe the copyright under 17U.S.C. 107.
Okay. Let's get into this, people, because it's like no one don't really understand how true this is. I'm going to let a video play. We're going to pause the video when need be, and then I'm going to stop the video to kind of explain a lot of things that's going on that we're going to listen to. We're going to find out, do all women like bad boys? That's what we're going to find out. The dark truth of their mental illness. The dark truth. Ladies, it is time for you to overcome. It is time for you to stop this BS, and it's time for you to settle down with a real man. You're growing old. You're not getting younger. That once hot body of yours, it's literally going out of date. It's literally expiring right before your eyes. You could buy as tight pants as you want. It is not going to help you. It is not. You understand? You could buy all the waist trainers you want. It's not going to help you. Your body is changing. You're growing older. You're getting gray hair. You're approaching that wall. Most of you are done hit the wall already. You know what I mean? This is not a game. It's time for you to wake up. Let's get into this footage, y'all, shall we? Let's go.
Do girls like bad boys?
Yes.
Yes, I think absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I think a majority of girls do like bad boys.
I think it depends.
I mean, I love bad boys. You like good boys?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Notice how they think that this is a joke.
Some do, but some don't.
You'd like to think that the good guy always wins, but that's not often the case.
Notice the good guys is thought of that they always win, but it's not the case.
I think that women are attracted to men who turn out to be jerks. I don't know if they go looking for bad boys.
Yes, they do go looking for bad boys. That's exactly what it is, because most women always end up with a guy that's a jerk.
I like the idea.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Notice women like the idea. They love the idea of being with toxic men.
Do you think girls like bad boys?
Of course they do. Next question.
I mean, some girls like them, but we don't.
They're lying. That's all cap. They like bad boys as well. Because if they claim that they don't like a bad boy, why none of those women are married? Why none of them ladies have a long-term successful relationship? Because all they do is just get pumped and dumped.
I think some do, but I think more girls like nice guys.
I'm in between.
Women do not like nice guys. If they did, they'll have one and they would be in a stable relationship.
I like guys who treat me well, but they also give me time to miss them.
Now, when she says she like guys, she want guys to miss them, to miss her. She want to be able to miss a guy. What she's typically saying is she want chaos, confusion, and danger. Because here's the thing. If you're in a relationship, you're supposed to see the person. You're supposed to interact with the person. So her saying she want to be in a relationship where she can miss the guy, that's a guy that's literally in the streets, right? Just being a player, sleeping around with 1,000 different women, treating her bad, to the point where he's never around, to the point where she's calling him, begging him, please, where you at? How come we don't see each other? She loved drama. You know what I mean? And these women think this is a game. They really think this is a game.
Girls go more towards bad guys.
They're definitely immediately attracted to them.
I guess there's something like attractive about it.
Notice that they said it. Most women are attracted to these bad boys. They gravitate towards that. They love that. Let's listen.
I have no fucking clue. It's just appealing.
It's appealing. It's appealing to these women. Modern women love danger. They love chaos.
I don't know why. It like puts them out of their comfort zone.
It puts them out of their comfort zone.
Girls like to be, I guess, checked sometimes.
Girls like to be checked sometime, this woman said. So basically, checked mean abused and beaten. Do you see, people? You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. She said girls want to be checked sometime. It's one thing for a brother, right? If a sister's off, to correct her, to verbally speak to her in a manner to make her know that she's wrong. When this young lady says checked, she's talking about a guy grabbing her, abusing her, and all of that. She loved that. They love it. This is madness. This is what you call mental illness right here.
They really want a guy, a more independent guy to like them.
When they say independent, they really don't know what they're talking about. All this, they want an independent guy to like them. It makes no sense when she say that, because to be independent, it just doesn't make any logical sense. Bad boys and thugs are not independent. If she mean independent as independent that he don't need or is not dependent upon anyone, then what she's saying is she's attracted to a man that don't want her. That's what she's saying. She is attracted to men that don't want her. And this is true. Most and the majority of women, modern women, desire men that don't want them. Men that don't need them. They love that. For them, it's a challenge. Listen in.
Presents more of a challenge.
Notice that. She said it presents more of a challenge. Why would a woman want a challenge? Why would a woman want to get with a man only to be in some sort of game? Why? Why would a woman get with a man and feel like it's a challenge for her? A challenge for what? I'll tell you. A challenge to see if she can turn the bad boy into a good brother. Mental illness at its best. You can't make this up, people.
And it's a bit more fun.
It's exciting and it's a little more fun. Do you see this madness? Women love danger. That's what they love. They don't like peace. They don't like harmony. They got to have danger. Let's go.
Something appealing about the danger.
Wow.
They tend to be more confident.
Notice that. They appeal to danger. And they believe that these so-called thugs and gangsters and bad boys are confident. That's madness.
More masculine.
They believe that these particular type of thugs are more masculine. What makes a man who is abusive towards a woman more masculine? What make a man more masculine because he's selling drugs and shooting guns? What make a man masculine if he's degrading women, calling them out of their name and abusing them? How does that make him masculine? It's very clear that the modern woman don't even understand what a man is, because most of these women never had a father figure. They didn't have a real man in the house showing them what a man is supposed to be, or else they would have never been attracted to these thugs and bad boys. Let's go.
And more sure of themselves.
So you're telling me that a thug, a bad boy, is more assured of himself over a good man who have quality? Do you see the mental illness? They're basically saying that a good brother, a man that got his mind right, that he's not assured of himself. Does that make any logical sense? So the good brother who actually have a job, a career, a business, right? He's not assured of himself. That's what you're telling me? Mental illness, people. Can't make this stuff up.
That edge, you know?
Notice that they want a guy with some edge. A guy with some edge. Notice how she's laughing and giggling. Let's see how that laughing and giggling look when you got 4 kids by 4 different men and your children are hungry and there's no man in your life. Let's keep that same energy. Let's keep that same smile, thinking this is a game.
They like to be different.
They like men to be different. So they don't want a good man. They don't want that.
Somebody's just nice all the time. It's almost like, all right, I'm
Notice that somebody that's nice all the time is like, all right, like, oh, this is boring.
sick of being like bossy all the time. Like, stand up to me, you know?
So they want a man to stand up to her. Notice what women want, brothers. Women want a man that's going to stand up to her, to grab her, abuse her, take advantage of her. That's what she wants. This is crazy. Why do you want a man to stand up to you? Because you're on some BS. They want a man that they can push his buttons to the point that the man will grab them and check them and say, look, you ain't gonna do that to me, and restrain her and choke her out. That's basically what these women are asking for. This is crazy. Look at her face. Mental illness at its best. They want the love of demons. This is crazy.
I don't want someone soft.
She don't want someone soft.
That's for sure.
More things
More
to,
edge. They're
yeah.
like dynamic.
Why do you
Notice that she says she don't want a man that's soft. So in her mind, a guy that's a good guy, a nice guy, a decent quality man. Women today, modern women believe that if you're a good man, you are soft. Then, when these women end up in these abusive relationships full of domestic violence, now they call in the cops. You can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make this stuff up.
think girls like bad boys?
Because they're so eccentric.
Now, he just said the reason why these women like bad boys is because they're so eccentric, which means these women just have a lot of bad behavior. They make bad decisions. They're strange. They really are out of order, and they really don't understand what they're doing.
Girls don't like nice guys.
Notice the brother. He said girls don't like nice guys.
They want a bad boy.
I don't think we've ever liked a bad boy.
I'm not into or attracted to bad guys. I think they're jerks and they don't know how to treat women well. I think women should be treated with respect.
It's always the good girls that like bad boys.
She said it's always the good girls that like bad boys. Take notes, brothers, so that you don't waste time out here with these modern women. Because I'm telling you, you thinking that these ladies that claim that they're good, listen, man, when a woman says she a good woman, I don't even hear that, bro. I look at her actions. How you a good woman and you don't got no husband? How you a good woman but you don't got no quality man in your life? How you a good woman, you're around a bunch of quality men but you don't gravitate towards them? You ain't no good woman. You just like the rest of the modern women who out here interested in thugs, bums, gangsters with no jobs, men who abuse and beat women. Those are the kind of men you modern women love. You don't want order, you don't want decency, you want chaos, you want confusion. That's what you enjoy. You enjoy the pleasure of confusion.
All girls like bad boys.
She said all girls love bad boys.
Girls like bad boys.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think that's what they're actually looking for.
It's never a good idea, but...
Notice that. She said it's never a good idea, which means the modern woman know that her getting involved with this particular type of man, it's not a good idea. They know it's not a good idea, but they do it anyway because they like the thrill. They get a thrill out of this. It's amusing to them. Just knowing that they got a man who they know would whoop their behind if they get out of order. It makes them feel good. When they talk to their friend and they're like, girl, your man crazy. And she like, yeah, girl, I know he'll kill me. They like that madness. They love it. When their man tell them stuff like, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill you. They like that type of madness. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up, people.
We don't know better until it's over.
Wow. She said we don't know better till it's over.
Bad boys.
Girls like bad boys. All girls like bad boys.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think that's what they're actually looking for.
It's never a good idea, but we don't know better until it's over.
She said we don't know better till it is over. We don't know better till it's over. To all of you modern women in the clouds, You know what you're doing, but you won't know better until it's over, until that man whoop your tail, abuse you and beat you and leave you with babies broken, destroyed, mentally unstable. That is when you're going to think about having a good man. What a shame. Can't make this stuff up, people.
Bad boys don't tend to stick around that long.
Wow, bad boys don't tend to stick around that long. And you women are wondering why you got 2, 3, 4, 5 kids by different men. Because you keep choosing the bad boy. Bad boys don't stick around too long. So why do you gravitate towards them? Because you're suffering from mental illness. That's why. You are gravitating towards a man that you know is no good, and you know he's not going to stick around. You know you can't tame him. You know he's all over the block, all over the street. He got 1,000 different women. He's never faithful to you. You know this, but you enjoy it. It makes you feel good to know that he's cheating on you, abusing you. You love it. You get a thrill out of this. You get a thrill out of it, man. This is crazy.
A lot of them are stuck in like perpetual childhood. They don't want to grow up.
Notice that. They're stuck in perpetual childhood and don't want to grow up. But that's what you ladies love. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
After a little while, it gets old. Getting their heart broken.
She said after a little while, it gets old.
A couple times, I think they do learn. I agree with that.
Notice that.
Stuck in like perpetual childhood. They don't want to grow
Listen.
up.
After a little while, it gets old. Getting their heart broken a couple times, I think they do learn. I agree with that.
Notice what she said. Getting their hearts broken a couple of times, then they will learn. Why? Why, ladies? Why do it take you? Why do it take you losing your virginity to the devil, getting ran through by 40 men, getting pregnant out of wedlock by multiple guys, having babies out of wedlock, being destroyed mentally, having a bunch of baggage to carry, all of this, getting your heart broken 1,000 times, right? Then, only then, is when you realize you need a good man. That's called mental illness. Because you really want the love of demons. You don't want the love of God. You don't want the love of the Most High. And you definitely don't want a righteous man.
I think it's like a one-time thing. I think you think it's like fun at first and then it just sucks at.
She said they think it's fun at first, but then it sucks later. Do you see that? So what this really says about modern women, it literally says that they're evil. That's what it says. So if you're a modern woman, you have a choice to make. Do you want to be evil or do you want to be good? Which one? Because at this point, it's very clear that you got to be evil. Because if you only are choosing men that are toxic, men that are no good, because you love danger and you love the thrill and the excitement of dealing with a thug, a demon, you love that. You love being abused, right? But then later in life, when you had enough, now all of a sudden you want to switch your cards and now you want a good man. That's because you have a lot of mental illness and you are suffering from demonic oppression and possession. Let's go.
I agree. If you're heartbroken enough by enough bad boys, you move on.
Notice that you get your heart broken enough by a certain amount of bad boys, then you move on. But who do you move on to? Now, all of a sudden, you want to move on to that good brother. So you're telling me after you got used up, vagina used up, your mouth used up, your soul used up, everything about your body is used up. Now, all of a sudden now, you want to come to the good brother. That's very offensive. I find that to be very offensive and very, very damning and shameful. That after you went out there and destroyed your entire life, now you see fit to come to a good brother. Now you want to give the good brother the time of day. Now you want to be humble. Now you want to take your time and get to know a man because you done been destroyed. Now you realize the errors of your ways. But it's too late. It's too late for most of you modern women. Because when you finally try to come to the good brother, at that point, he don't want you. And I don't blame him. Why would he take you in for? For what?
I think after the initial appeal wears off and women see what they're really dealing with, they get over it pretty quickly.
Now you see that again? Once the appeal of it wears off, once they realize that they've been through hell and hot waters, now they want to move on to the good brother. Do you see how life is, brothers? So when you see these sisters out here, they looking real good and they're not giving you the time of day, it's because she's right now in what is known as the hoe phase, where she's only interested in thugs, goons, bad boys. She don't care about anything of quality. She say she want a good man. She say she want a good man to treat her right. She say she want to be treated like a princess. All of that is lies. She want to be abused. She want her hair pulled. She want to get slapped around. She want to get abused. She want domestic violence. She want drama. She love the chaos. She want the trauma. She want to cry. She want to be able to cry to her friends about you. She love it. She want to be up late night eating ice cream and eating bonbons, thinking about you because you never come around and she's lonely. She want that. She want the chaos. She loves it. But it's only till she hit that breaking point when she been through so much abuse that she realized that, you know what? It ain't worth it no more. Let me go find myself a good man. If she's lucky, she may end up with one. But in most cases, most women don't recover from this mental illness. It continues on and on and on because now what happens is she begins to go after the good brothers, but the good brothers don't want her. So she got to resort back to the abuse of various men. And what this does, it makes her go deeper into depression. And now she get abused even more by more toxic men to the point where she may end up losing her life to these men. She may end up losing her children to these men. And there have been a lot of cases of women that have been so abused in relationships that the baby father or the man that she with end up taking her out and her kids out. Let's go.
I don't think there's an age. I think it's just like an amount of experiences with them, and then you're just like, I'm done.
Notice that she have to have a lot of experiences with thugs, goons, bad boys, and then she's done, brothers. Notice that. Notice Satan gotta dig her soul out to the point where she realized, I had enough. I'm done. Now I want a good man. Now think about this, ladies, especially you ladies in the clouds. Your vagina been given to all these men. Your body, your soul. After you done had kids, your womb, the precious parts of your body given to the worst possible men. You brought life into the world. Life from the seeds of darkness. Men that are no good. Now all of a sudden, you're expecting a good man to take you in, wife you up. You, in most cases, believe that you're wife material, even though you got a pack of kids, drama, baggage, hurt, pain, mental illness, and so forth. But yet, you try to hold yourself as this high-value woman, knowing that your market value is all the way on the bottom, knowing you got mental illness, knowing you got all these issues, but yet you'll try to make a good man feel guilty if he don't accept you with all of your baggage. When you know good and well that that thug wouldn't have given you the time of day if you were destroyed the way you are now. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
I need to move on.
You would hope so, but I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't think they do.
Now, she says she don't think they do. She don't think they would move on because most women don't move on. You know what I'm saying? It takes a woman nearly half her life to finally get it and realize that she's messing up and she needs to settle down with a good man. For most women, it takes them getting to the age of 45, 50 before they realize they need a good man. And by the time you turn those ages, in most cases, you're not going to find a man. Because at that point, you're pretty much washed up already. At that point, and if you really be honest, ladies, at that point, you're pretty much washed up. Your body is washed up. You got a pile of kids. Most of these guys don't want to have nothing to do with your kids. You already don't know that. You understand? You know this. but yet you act like you don't understand this. And then you try to blame the new guy for not wanting to accept you and all your kids as if though that's the way life is supposed to be. I mean, let's think about this, ladies. Would you accept you? If you were a man, would you accept you with all of your kids, baggage, problems, mental illness, and so forth, and a history of multiple men that ran through you, left you, pumped and dumped you? Would you accept a woman like you? Answer that question. I want to know. I want to know, modern woman, would you accept you in your dysfunctional state? If you were a man who got yourself together, you got your money, you got your house, you got your car, you're stable, would you accept a woman like yourself knowing that you're out of order and dysfunctional? I guarantee you ladies would not want a woman like yourself. So why do you expect a quality man to accept you? Why? You don't want to obey him. You don't want to cook for him. You don't want to cater to him. You don't want to love him. You don't respect him, but you're expecting him to take you in with all your kids and take care of you and buy you X, Y, and Z and a Birkin bag. You're out of your mind, man. You got to be out of your mind. But this is what's going on in today's day, ladies and gentlemen. This is what us brothers got to deal with. This is why, as a righteous man, you got to get to know a woman. You got to get to know where she stands, where she is. Because the majority of them brothers is just like this. They only want the wicked brother. They only want a brother who's a bad boy. She want the love of demons. She do. The love of demons. She love to be caressed by devils. She love to be loved by demons. She want a demon to have sex with her. She want to be on the edge. She want to experience danger. She want to be with a man that would take her life if she get out of order. She love it. She really do. Let's go.
They like it.
I think the bad boys grow out of being bad. The nice guys will come out on the top in the end.
No, we really don't. We don't come out as the winners in the end, because in the end, we lose. Just like in the beginning, we lose. Because once you've been ran through by the whole team and destroyed, why would we even waste our time dealing with all the baggage, the trauma and the drama and everything else that comes with it? Some of you sisters, most of you modern women are so toxic that a new guy can't even come around you because your ex is still hovering around you talking about if you get with any other guy, I'm gonna kill him. That's how toxic your life is. That your baby daddy don't want you to be around no other man. You gotta literally hide if you're in a relationship with another man, because if your baby daddy find out, he gonna wanna beef with the new man. What kind of toxic woman are you? That another brother's life is in danger if he get near you. That's crazy.
But you have to go through a couple bad guys first.
Notice that she said you gotta go through a couple of bad guys first in order to wake up. Modern women have to go through hell and hot waters. This is sad.
To get to that point, so I don't know, I guess they just have to be patient.
I think someone who's there for you and sweet and smart and has, a lot of different interests is more appealing.
She say that's more appealing, all that goody good stuff, after she been ran through and destroyed by multiple bad guys. Then they want the guy that has an education and a business and a job. But not early on in her prime. She do not want that. She want to be destroyed first.
Always a phase.
She said it's a phase.
Everyone goes through phases, totally.
I hope so.
You can't be a bad boy when you're like 38. You'll probably be in jail.
Notice that she said you can't be a bad boy when you're like 30 because you'll be in jail, which proved that the modern women enjoy danger and men that are committing crimes, violence, and so forth. This is a fact. You can't make this up.
I want somebody that's like, in the suit, in the tie, going to work.
She said later on, I guess after you done had your phase, you would want a guy that's in a suit and a tie that's going to work. All of that is BS because they still don't want that even after they get out of that phase. Brothers, this is truth that I'm spitting here. The modern woman do not want a good man. Do you understand me? If a woman truly wanted a good man, she would gravitate towards you instantly. It's not that hard to figure out who are the good men from who are the bad men. You understand? Women do not hit up brothers in the DM that are good men. They hit up men that are wicked. Facts.
That can support you, things like that.
In reality, you want more educated ones that have a life ahead of them.
I think they kind of grow out of it. I think it's more of a maturity thing. Like when you're young, you like the adventure and like being able to just kind of let go. But when you get older, you want someone who's more stable.
Notice that, ladies and gentlemen, when you're younger, you want to be able to just do what you want, just live on the edge. But when you get older, do you see my point now? These modern women are wicked as hell, brothers. She just basically confessed. When these women are young in their prime, they love danger. They love getting ran through. They want to have all the sex with all the different guys. They want to get pumped and dumped. They want to feel the abuse. They want to go through hell. They really do, right? But when they get older, when they hit the wall, when they're out of their prime, when they're post-menopause, that is when they want stability. That is when they want to act like they're good women, brothers. Listen.
And more
dependable. And the good guys then marry everybody. Everyone that's married is always usually good, I would hope.
Bad guys always have some really sweet, soft story as to why they're the way they are.
Yeah.
And good guys are just like...
Notice he said good guys are like, Do you see the disrespect? Do you see, brothers? The modern women do not want good brothers. They don't want righteous brothers. They don't want brothers that are on their square doing what they're supposed to do. They totally reject the idea of being with a good brother. This is why these women are always cheated on. This is why these women are always abused. This is why they all suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. This is why. Because of the type of men they continually deal with. They constantly deal with toxic men. They despise good brothers. They despise you brothers. They don't want to be around you. They hate the idea of you being around. For you, it's boring. They don't want their friends to be introduced to you. They want their friends to see them with a thug, a gangster, a goon, a bad boy. Not a righteous boy, not a righteous guy, not a guy that quotes scriptures, not a guy that followed the Most High. In their eyes, you gotta be boring. But the sad part is, if they were to ever experience a man like you, that's gonna be the time they're gonna realize, all this time, I've been thinking that the good brother was lame. When the truth be told, the lame brother is actually the thug. Sad.
You know, I try to be nice, but that doesn't work. You know, I didn't really get the girls that way. So after a while, I started robbing the girls that I wanted to date, and turns out, you know, they love me.
Wow, did you hear that, ladies? This brother said that trying to be nice to women, he never really got them. They didn't want that. When he was a nice guy, trying to be polite, trying to be nice, you know, courteous, kind, loving, women didn't gravitate towards that. But when he started to rob the women that he wanted, all of a sudden they love him. That's exactly the truth. Brothers, hear the game. The modern woman today, the modern woman, the majority of all women, brothers, literally, all women, hear me clear, all women are completely backwards. Listen, women today will not gravitate towards you when you're nice. This brother literally had to change to fit in order to get girls. Because the nice guy role was not working for him. It was not attracting the women. But when he switched up his game and began to act like a goon, like a thug, like a bad boy, all of a sudden it got the women's attention, and now they wanted to be around him. That is the way it is today. If you really want women to gravitate towards you at an alarming rate, you would have to be a thug, gangster, bad boy, holding a gun, thugging, wilding out. You would have to be that guy because they're going to love that. For them, that's mysterious. They love the danger. But if you're a good guy, they're not going to want that. They're not attracted to that. They want a guy that's abusive. A lot of these women that are in abusive relationships right now, women that came out of abusive relationships, trust and believe, when she got into that relationship with that guy, it was thrillful at one point. It was a thrilling moment being around that goon, that thug. She felt a sense of security, but when he started to whoop her tail and do it all the time, and then reality struck in her and she realized this is toxic, this is not cool, I'm not having no fun, it's not funny anymore. Now she realized she made a bad decision. And it's sad that a man can be a good man and he have to resort to trying to be a bad boy in order to get women. That's sad. That is sad, man. It's sad to be a man that's a good man and you got to try to act like you a thug in order to make women look at you? Nah, I don't recommend none of you brothers do that. I don't recommend none of you quality brothers change your tune in order to please a woman to make her like you. Surely she ain't good enough for you. So why would you even try to compromise your personality, who you are as a man, your integrity, to attract women? Let's go.
You want someone who is strong enough to take care of you. You don't want someone who you think is weak.
Now, how does a good man appear to these women as weak? Do you see how backwards women are? Look at their faces. These women are confused. None of these women have a quality man. They've all been abused, all of them. Look at their faces. They both know that they're confused. They both know that they're capping. You know what I mean? How could any woman look at a man who is a good man and consider him weak? Weak in what way when he bringing in the money? Weak in what way when he's educated? Weak in what way when he's skilled? Weak in what way when he's talented? How do you define that as weak? How is it weak when he's able to provide for you? What are you really looking for? A man that's gonna kill people? A man that's gonna walk around angry all day? For you, that's strong, that's masculine? Ladies and gentlemen, the modern women don't even know what a man is. Because they suffer from mental illness.
Which I think is generally misconstrued as someone who's a nice guy, that they are weak, and that someone who is a bad boy has
more assertive.
Is more assertive.
Notice how they look at it. They look at it as a nice guy, a good guy is weak. Automatically. He's not assertive, he's just weak. Ladies, I don't know where you are, but there's a lot of good brothers that are not weak at all. And there are a lot of good brothers that are very assertive. They'll tell you straight up and down what they want from you, what they like about you, how they feel about you, and so forth. I don't know what is it about these modern women where they think that a good brother is not a brother who is masculine. So you're telling me that a good brother is feminine? Really? That he's weak? This is crazy. This is great. This is why the majority of modern women are single, got a bunch of kids, no husband. This is why.
Nice guys can totally succeed. I think they have to step up the confidence.
You're telling me that a nice guy, a good guy, have to step up his confidence? So you're saying he don't have no confidence? Are you kidding me? No. There's a lot of good brothers that step to women all the time. And they're very confident. It's just that you ladies, you're toxic and you don't want quality. You want dysfunction and chaos.
They have to be willing to take charge.
She said they have to be willing to take charge. When a good brother holler at you, he is taking charge. When you say take charge, you want a man to abuse you physically. That's what you're talking about. You want a man to take advantage of you. That's what you're really talking about. That's what they're talking about, brothers. Don't let them fool you.
Doing what you're doing and be yourself, especially if that's a good guy, you will be happy with a great girl in the end.
Notice that BS that she just finished saying about be nice, be confident in who you are, and eventually you'll have a good girl as a good brother. All of that is BS because she's one of the very women that don't even want you. Toxic. Mental illness. Let's go.
You date a bad boy and then they suck and then a nice boy's nicer.
Notice that. You date a bad boy, then you realize that he sucked, and then you realize that the nice guy is nicer. Do you see how that always turns out?
Stand up for yourself. Just like you would in any any setting. Don't just let anybody walk all over you. Like,
see, the truth is the modern woman wants to walk over men. It's all coming out. The modern woman, in her masculine energy, in her feminist mindset, want to walk over men. The bad boy is the one that will check her and bring her down where she belongs. That's how it is in her mind. She don't think that the good brother will set order, not realizing that the good brother is the one that will really check you. He'll check you the way you need to be checked, not physically harming you, but he'll put you in your place and he'll make you know that he is the man. But the problem is modern women want a man that's going to slap them around, because that's basically what she's saying.
even if it's your girlfriend, you're like, oh, I love her, I care about her. Okay, sometimes she's gonna do something that you're just like, you know what? No, I don't want to do it.
See what I'm saying? See what I mean? You could have a girlfriend and you're like, no, I love her. I'm not gonna really, scream at her and tell her. But she's basically saying that she's gonna do things that's gonna push you over that edge. You got to be willing to, set that order. So what are women essentially saying? They want guys that's going to physically abuse them. This is sad.
Some nice guys, they just try too hard to be nice, and that gets annoying too.
Now that lady just finished saying that she's not attracted to thugs, that she want guys that are good men. But she just finished saying that some nice guys try to be nice so much that it gets annoying. Now this clearly is a contradiction of her very beliefs, which prove that she herself like bad boys. Because how could a nice guy, a good guy, be so nice that it gets annoying? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That's like me caring about people too much to the point that it gets annoying. Really? Really? So you want a little bit of both. You want someone to care about you but abuse you at the same time. This is madness. Let's go.
For girls.
Yeah. Just let yourself really shine and get whatever you want in life, really.
Have confidence.
He can still be enthusiastic, but think of how enthusiastic he is and then cut it down in half so the girl doesn't catch on right away.
So basically deceive her and lie to her, right? Do you see what I mean? How women want to be lied to? Women really don't want the truth, brothers. Brothers, ask a lady, do you want the truth? She'll say, yeah, I need a man that's truthful, a man that's open. It's all a lie. Modern women want to be lied to. They do not want the truth. The minute you tell a woman the truth, that is when she's going to not like you, when you tell her the truth.
And leave her thinking about it.
So you can be nice, but still just have a backbone.
So be nice, but have a backbone. So be nice, but still be abusive towards women and treat them like trash. This is what they're basically saying, brothers. This is sick. This is crazy. Anyway, that's about it for that particular video, man. This is just sad. I hope that everybody got something out of this. I'm going to get up on out of here right now. Go get ready for work, do what I got to do. I just decided to pretty much put out some food for thought for everyone to pretty much get some content. Do all women like bad boys? The dark truth of their mental illness. She want the love of demons. This is the truth, brothers. Ladies, you really have to wake up to the reality of what's going on. If you're suffering from mental illness and different issues, these things need to be talked about. These things need to be addressed. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to address these issues. If you know you're struggling with mental illness, you need to let men know that. And you need to gravitate towards a righteous man, a man that can understand you. Don't think for one split second that a righteous, good quality man is some sort of soft man, some kind of man that won't have no security, a man that can't protect you, a man that don't have no edge, no swag. What the hell is wrong with you ladies where you have this crazy mentality where you think a goon is somehow gonna give you security? Are you kidding me? A goon, a thug, a bum is gonna end up in jail or dead. And then your children gonna have no father. How many of you ladies, you single mothers, are single because your baby father is dead or in prison? Or have multiple kids by different women, and he's not taking care of none of them. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna sign out. Ladies, This is going to be your life if you don't get your act together. This is going to be your life. Don't let that happen. That being said, I'm going to sign out. Y'all have a wonderful day, a blessed day. And it is what it is. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We need your support. If you like my content, you would like to support financially, you could do so at Cash App, $ Ringo TV Raw, or via PayPal, paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Also, join me on Patreon. Become a Patreon today on patreon.com/Black Male Advice TV for exclusive content not seen on YouTube. That being said, I'll catch you all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $ Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%